Today's webinar is about a new product launch that we're very excited about here at DataHawk called DataHawk Connections. It's for brands, it's for agencies that are operating on Amazon and Walmart. The old way of data collection and analysis is broken. The visibility is key to how you're performing, is key to how you're running your reporting, is key to how you're going to be able to run optimization. And overall, the consensus is that today, brands, agencies, no matter their size, are suffering from limited visibility on their performance on Amazon and Walmart. The next piece that most of you shared with us is how messy data collection is on Amazon and Walmart. And then even so, once you've done that very lengthy job, it is still tough to run data analysis on things that you've collected. DataHawk Connection is a new product that we're coming up with that will allow you to keep your data synced anywhere. So at the heart of it, there's data that we would collect from various sources such as Amazon search results, Amazon product pages, but also Amazon advertising and Amazon Seller Central accounts. And similarly on the Walmart side. Once we collect all of this data, beyond the fact that you're today able to access it on our web application and on manual reports, now this new product launch with DataHawk Connection is going to unlock for you the ability to have this data that we collect for you automatically synced to any destination you want, allowing you to be able to work on your data anywhere you want, starting with Google Sheets. So these are a few snapshots of examples of destinations that you're going to be able to push your DataHawk data to. So let me just emphasize the three very important aspects that DataHawk Connections is going to unlock. The very first piece is putting data aggregation and collection on autopilot and storing it. The second piece is that all of this data that we collect for you and aggregate automatically, you can now access it autonomously and easily on Google Sheets or on Power BI solutions. And this data is automatically synced and updated. And then the next interesting piece about this is that you have full customization abilities and you have the full autonomy to turn this data into insights and knowledge. So the very first big possibility that the Google Sheet connector with DataHawk unlocks is that you will be able to automatically sync all your data and save valuable time, countless hours that you're today spending on data collection and reporting, as I mentioned earlier. The second piece is that you can start with our pre-built dashboards and customize them if you want, or you can build your own dashboards starting from scratch because we give you raw anything, any data set that you're familiar with today on DataHawk that we collect is going to be available for you on a raw format, which means you'd be able to build the dashboarding you want using pivot tables or using Excel formulas. That's really up to you. What are the data sets that are going to be available? So those span all teams from marketing to finance and management and data teams. And then finally, the advertising piece, whether it is for Seller Central or Vendor Central users, all your advertising data is again going to be accessible. I just want to double down on the storage aspect of the advertising data that is very important. Well, now you can put all its collection on autopilot and all the reporting on autopilot. How does this all work? This is what the home is going to look like. The next thing is for you to set up your destination. So you're going to be able to browse through a list of multiple destinations that are going to be available. There's more than 20 or 30 different business intelligence solutions that you'll be able to access. So here we're going to deep dive on the spreadsheet connector. Once you select the spreadsheet connector, you're going to be able to start with our pre-built dashboards. And I'm going to show you a few examples in the next couple of minutes, or access the raw data feeds that I mentioned, allowing you to start from scratch and build your own. Next, you'll be able to see a list of all the destinations that you've set up and their status, whether everything is working smoothly or not, when it's been synced the last, and so forth. Once you set up a spreadsheet dashboard or destination, what happens is that we automatically set up a Google Drive folder for you that you're going to be able to go to and find all the dashboards that you would have set up, kept updated automatically every single day. All right, so now let's get to the fun part and see a few examples of what this is gonna look like. And let's start actually with our profit and loss dashboard. So here in my screen, what you're looking at is a profit and loss dashboard that shows you your account performance metrics. So here I'm able to start by looking at my net sales, for instance, how they're doing over the past 24 hours, the trailing 7 days total, the trailing 14 days total, versus how it compares to the prior 14 days period. So here I see that there's some good growth. The trailing 30 days total, week to date, month to date, January to March, last week, and last month. All of this is done across multiple KPIs that are very important to look at, including paid sales, even organic sales, and the contribution of organic sales to your total sales. Then I like this view that shows me the top sellers performance. It just simply shows you your top 5 parent asins, and I emphasize the parent asin view, super helpful here, but I can switch to a child asin view if I want. So this is very helpful to see how things are trending on your top sellers. I have a view here called On the Rise that shows me the products that have had the highest increase in sales. And inversely, a view here that shows me the products that have had the deepest fall and decrease in sales. Next, we get to forecasts. Always interesting to see, based on the recent run rate, how are you most likely going to be doing this month, next month, or this year. And here I'm able to see the result of how much I may be doing this month based on my last 7 days performance, my last 14 days performance, etc. Same across multiple other figures. And then I can get down here and look at my history and see how it's been evolving over time. And now let's deep dive on the advertising side. All right, let's move on to another example of a Google Sheets dashboard we can access here. And now let's deep dive on the advertising side. Here you can see the account performance. I have a lot of metrics that I can look at on an account level. Again, I have a lot of helpful visualizations. For instance, when I see that my ROAS here is red, well, probably not a good sign. Now let's touch again on an example of the customization capabilities. Well, from my end, I created a conditional formatting that puts my ROAS in red whenever the value is less than 2. But maybe from your end, a bad ROAS for you is gonna be when you're under 1. Well, you would just come here and change that the way you see fit. A very cool functionality that I like here is being able to switch from a daily view to a weekly or monthly view. Now, as you're seeing here on my screen, I was looking at daily performance. But I may want to switch to a weekly view, actually. I can just click here, weekly, and there we go. Now I can see the results on a weekly basis. How about on a monthly basis? I can switch to monthly, and there we go. Now, moving on to this other tab, I'm able to look at the performance of all my campaigns. Now, imagine you had hundreds or thousands of campaigns. You'd be able to come here and see on a time series basis, on a historical basis, how your campaigns have been performing across every single KPI you care about. Again, the way all of this is rendered possible is because of these 2 tabs that you see here. But maybe I want to customize this pre-built dashboard or template to add to it ad group data. Well, I can go to DataHawk Connections, pick the ad group raw data feed and add it here, and then have fun building my own visualization. All right, so far we looked at P&L, profit and loss. We looked at advertising. How about search? Here on this dashboard, I'm able to pick the date, starting and end date that I want, the marketplace I want to analyze, the project that I want to analyze, And I have a lot of visualizations that help me assess my search performance. For instance, here for every single keyword, I'm able to look at the total number of asins that I have that are ranking for it. On another section here, I can have fun analyzing my average organic rank. Again, I have a lot of color signals that help me spot overall trend, and I can explore many other metrics and KPIs and look at an inverse view in which I can see for each ASIN this time, the total number of keywords that I'm tracking on my DataHawk account, for which each ASIN is ranking in the first 5 pages of search results, its average rank for the period I selected, the best rank it's ever reached, along with many other insights. Next, we're gonna move on to our content dashboard. Now, let's say that I'm interested in analyzing the extent to which products that I'm monitoring on my DataHawk account are complying with Amazon's content guidelines, how they're priced, etc. Well, this is a dashboard, a pre-built dashboard that we build that attempts to answer those questions on an automated basis. So here I'm able to scroll through multiple performance metrics around the total number of products being analyzed, the average selling price. So this is all publicly available data about how the products that I have here are rated. Their title, to what extent is it well optimized? Do they have A+ content or not? Per product, how's the product detail page optimized? How many products do they have within specific listing quality score ranges? With an even deeper deep dive by title, by description, by bullet points, etc., etc. Similarly, I may want to look at my bestseller ranking performance. And in a similar fashion, we're in the process of building some pre-built dashboards for that are going to allow you to analyze your BSR across all your products in a single view. So you can see here an example of the source data that's enriching this document and what it looks like. And then, of course, what we're doing here is that we're in the process of leveraging all that data to create visualizations that would use formulas to generate some extra insights. And with that, we wrap up this webinar. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.